we can use this.
Yeah, that will be better because if
Yeah,
recording is done, somebody might join
we,
later.
yes,
That's why.
we can
Yeah.
share after the session if somebody.
Share after the session. That's there. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That I
I,
strictly. Yeah. Please go ahead.
so
Yes.
I told you that this is a IMU inertial measurement unit, which is there in headsets, which is there in smartwatches, which is there in smartphones also, because of which tracking in 3D space is possible. So now the definition of extended reality, which is also in short known as XR tech. So XR tech, extended reality, is an umbrella term under which three more terms are there. One is VR, AR, and MR. VR means virtual reality, wherein we create digital content and the same can be experienced using special headsets. It could be like, for example, I have one here. It's Meta Quest 3 headset, 3S headsets. Likewise, Meta Quest 2 is also there. Apple Vision Pro is there, Lenovo is there, Samsung headsets. So there are multiple companies who are manufacturing the extended reality headsets. Okay, so all the headsets have this IMU, inertial measurement unit, because of which tracking in 3D space is possible. That's why people could play. Like if you have seen in malls and all, people wear it, and then even if they move, they will be interacting with the component. So that's the reason why I'm showing this inertial measurement unit. So this technology is existing because of the sensors. Sensors are there, and also the and these headsets are becoming very economical. Like people could afford it very easily these days. Like 30,000 you spend, you get the most advanced headsets in the planet, like Oculus Quest 3S headset. This is one of the best headsets available in the market. You order it, you will get it in 1 or 2 days, and then that's how easily accessible the devices are. Okay,
Yes.
so now,
Just what is that website? What is that? This one device.
yeah,
Just
I
now you
will.
mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Oculus Quest. I'll try type it. Oculus
Oculus. No,
Quest.
it's there, sir. Oculus Quest. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Oculus
Quest
Quest.
3S, Oculus Quest 3S headset. Okay, this is
Yes.
one of the best headsets available right now in the market. Economical headset basically, and also it has the most advanced SDK, software development kits are available here. And this uses Android platform basically. If you know already how to develop Android applications like apps and all, it's an added advantage, but that's not mandatory because I'm going to cover everything. I'm going to tell you what are the required things and everything. Okay, so that in yeah, in virtual reality we create digital content and we could interact with it. Like for example, I create a digital ball, and then I can interact with the ball. I can pass it on to the other user. Okay, that's what virtual. For example, I can create an engine of a jet. I could create a car. I can create an operation theater, and then I could interact with the devices. So that's virtual reality. So that's VR. Now coming to VMR, mixed reality. What happens in mixed reality is the digital content we create and we can interact with the digital content. And also, in addition, we are going to overlap the digital content with the real world, meaning that if I have a ball in my hand and if I throw it on the wall, it's going to bounce back, though I'm wearing a headset. So, wearing a headset, I could interact with the digital content and also I could see the participants. Or I could, for example, I am playing cricket, or I'm teaching a chapter to a student, like for example, human eye, and assume it. I could see a student and then I could interact with the eye parts of eye, everything. So that's mixed reality. That's the name, mixed reality, where the digital content we create, interact, and also that's overlapped with the real world. That's MR. Now coming to AR, augmented reality. So you might be aware that the meaning of the word augment is enhance, meaning that the word by itself says that enhance. So in augmented reality, real life experience is enhanced. For example, Meta Ray-Ban glasses are there in the market. So assume that this is a Meta AR glass. I wear this glass and it enhances my experience of the real world. For example, assume that I am in Spain and there are a board written in Spanish language, or assume I am in China and the content is in Chinese. I don't know how to read it, but the AR glasses will automatically, it is connected to the net. It translates that and gives me in my own language. It could be Kannada, Hindi, English, whatever. So that's why it's called augmented reality. So now there is a broad difference between this with respect to the gadgets. In virtual reality, what happens is the vision is totally encapsulated, meaning that you are transported to a new world. you will not be able to see anything, but you are transported to a new world. For example, you are in a moon, or you are in a game, or you are in a training, or you are in an oil and gas rig wherein you are getting trained. So you are in a new world, whereas the vision is totally encapsulated. For example, this headset, if I wear, what I'm having right now, if you see, I wear it, I cannot see anything apart from the content what I is created, what application we have created. That's why we are. Whereas in mixed reality, we see the real world also. And coming to the augmented reality, for example, if I assume that I am wearing a AR glass, I could experience, and also I could see, like I could see from the edge of my glass, the real world also I could see. So that's the major differences. But if you want to have a complete new world experience, VR is recommended. For example, medical training, VR is recommended. For example, you are want to you are in you are driving, and you want to get a real life map in your glass, then AR is recommended. And for example, you want to have a fashion related experiences, then AR glass is recommended. But in future, everything is going to be AR, it's called. But you might have seen the in industry, people wear safety glasses, that transparent safety glasses, which completely encapsulates the eye, preventing any eye damage coming from hazard. So the future AR glasses will be fantastic, and they will be lightweight. They will be connected to the 5G net or whatever net, and they will be connected to our mobile phones, wherein we manage the content in the AR glasses. That's the future. But at the moment, the most important thing for us to understand is this technology landscape and hardware and software. So now I have covered the definition part, the difference between the AR, VR, and MR. And also, I told you the importance of the sensors inside any headsets. Without sensor, no headsets will work. And also, for example, this parts I'll explain later. But coming to the how do we create application? That's an important question to be answered. So there are many engines available in the market. For example, Unity engine is one most popular one available, and the other engine is Unreal Engine. There are two major engines available. So we need a programs to, for example, we need to write a lot of program so that the digital content what we have created can behave the way in which we want. For that, we need to write program. So for Unity engine, we write C sharp. We use C sharp programming language, and for Unreal Engine, it's C++. Unreal, most of, like for example, a lot of high end games and all have been developed using Unreal Engine. And for example, for our education purpose and all, Unity is the best engine available out in the market. So I will get to that also. I will open and show you, and also I will share the document which guides you in installing and then getting started with. But before that, I will repeat what we have covered so far. We have covered the definition of extended reality. We understood the importance of sensors, that is inertial measurement unit, and how it is linked to the headsets, and why sensor is important for the headset. For us, for a developer, for an upcoming developer like you, what most important is the getting an understanding, getting to know the engine, and understanding the assets, where to get the assets, and what is that you want to develop. That's important. So now coming to the engine part, so I would like to, if anybody has any question, please feel free to raise your hand, and then let's have 1 minute for this, any feedback from you, or if you have any more doubts, I will take a 1 minute gap, and then I'll start again straight away into Unity engine.
Yeah, yeah, Sampath, it's really fantastic. You gave entire scenario of AR, VR, and XR in a
Yeah.
fingertips. It's very inspiring, and you got a very clear, crisp idea of that. I hope this is understandable. Everybody can
Okay,
understandable.
fantastic.
That's how it is there. It's very nice. We
Okay.
got entire scenario. Reading
Hmm.
books doesn't mean make sense. From
Hmm.
practical perspective, it is very important. And also, it's nothing. Just you can go ahead with
Sure.
the things. It's everybody are understandable. And also, when somebody wants to join, you can give the allow. Somebody
Yeah, I am
this.
doing that one. I'll
Yeah, please.
people.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, regarding the content part, it's excellent. You can
Okay,
go ahead. It's
great, great.
excellent.
So now, there you might have a question like I'm a computer science engineer, or I am a mechanical engineer, and how can I get into this wonderful field of extended reality? So now I'll tell you. So you need to understand that there are some principles like design principles and all, which we will go to in detail. To learn extended reality, you need to have one is willingness to explore the new technology. Second one is a basic understanding, basic engineering knowledge, like CAD, computer aided design, wherein they create assets like tree, car, bus, periodic table, whatever. That's a CAD part. You need not worry because almost all CAD assets are freely available right now in net. Like I will share some of the websites wherein you can download whichever you want. For example, you want to download a human complete anatomy, you can download it. And you want to download a aeroplane, it's available. You want to download a model of the satellite, it's also available. You want to download a model of ship, is available. You want to download the entire solar system, that is also available for you to download freely. Some assets are free, some assets you have to buy. For example, recently I bought one asset. Give me a minute, okay? I will just take one call. Yeah. So I will. Yeah, I told that as these assets you need not worry because some of the asset you have to pay some money like $5, $10. You will get it. So you need not to worry about the CAD part. That's what my intention of bringing this point is that. So you need not worry about how do I get a model of, for example, like right now I have a model of 4x4 Rubik's cube. I have it here, okay, and you want a model of this to bring it to your VR world. For assume that. So these models are already available. You can bring it, and then assume that you want a model of a 3D model of the headset you want to bring it. That is also available. For I'm telling, and you want to bring an headset like 3D model of some glasses you want to buy. You search it and it's available freely in the internet. You can download it, and the file formats and all we'll discuss going forward. We'll discuss what type of file formats we need it. That and all we'll discuss. But right now you need to understand that you need not worry about the asset part. That is already available. Some assets, yeah. Some assets, for example, I was creating a special molecular like a single, like a double and triple covalent bond I wanted to develop, and then I was writing a program so that this will become a part of our complete periodic table what we are teaching to the schools. Some of the schools have our products already, and some of the teacher expected us or requested us to develop a methodology wherein students could very easily understand double and triple covalent bond, carbon double and triple covalent bond. So we created some of them. We created ourselves using the basic feature available in engines. They are already available. That I'm going to teach you how to use the CAD part of the in the engine. That also I'll tell you. So and now I told you that you need not much worry about the CAD part. They are already available, and some basic modeling principles are there, which we'll discuss when we get into the engine part. That's related to the CAD part. So the one more important thing is when you develop any application, you need to understand that that UX UI design, user interface and user experience design, which is one of the big field when we are using mobile phones. When we are using mobile, it should be very user friendly, the application, and also it should have a minimal complexity. It should be user friendly, and it should be pleasing in nature. That it should not have something weird color combination, or it should drive a user away from their application. It should not hang. Basically, that's most important thing. Any application hangs, that means it is not well designed. The design principles are not learned. So this UX UI part is very important. So coming to extended reality, it has a different set of UX UI principles which we have developed internally. It's not like I keep all assets like far away, like 20 meters away, and user has to travel 20 meters away, and he has to use the controllers to go to 20 meters. If I have to travel, even if I take if I go 2 meters in 2 seconds, I need to spend 10 seconds to go 20 meters. So we should consider this part when we are designing an application. We should see that who are the customer for this application. Are they students? Are engineers? Are developing an application for a training for a company? So we need to understand who is our customer. That's another principle we need to understand. And also one more thing is like we need here, there is one most important aspect is sound engineering. We need to create a pleasing and sound interface here. Without that, like for example, we have in our applications, like if any student picks up for example, any plant, for example, it picks up, there is always a sound which says that when he picks up a component, it gives a feedback sound, making sure that whenever user interact with the content, there is a feedback sound. Only one example I told you. This is a most basic aspects of sound engineering. That's second thing. And now the most important is we should not design in such a way that user falls down while using our application. For example, if somebody falls down and get hurt because while using our application, then who is responsible for that mishap or accident? So we will be held responsible, of course, because we developed an application. We made the user to use our application. Something happens to a user, then it directly come onto our head, because Meta or Apple Vision Pro, they will not take the responsibility if any user is hurt. So that's our responsibility. So we have a beautifully designed already a 10 rule to design any application, which we'll share with you, so that that top part is taken. So we also discussed about the UX UI design, and so we discussed about the importance of sound engineering and hardware part and the assets part. So now coming to the the programming skills, which is most important part of any VR AR development. Look, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, they are all available. If you want to write a program, it will give you a program, but the most important part is debugging it. So without an understanding of how to debug an application, or how to write a proper prompt to write a software for our application, that's something which we will discuss in coming days. But that's another component of a XR application development. CAD assets and application that I told you, and that's the second part which we covered. So now coming to the engine part. Okay, so now I will share my screen and I will show you what when I say Unity, what is Unity engine, how does it look, what are the different what are the different layouts in Unity engine, that we will discuss. Okay, everybody is ready? If you say yes, type or write something on the chat box like thumbs up or something, then I will move ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we are ready. We are ready, sir.
Fantastic. Okay, great. I will share the screen right now. Then I will share. So my screen is visible, right? Yes.
Okay. Yes, it's visible.
So now today we'll discuss about two important components, that is Unity Hub and Unity Engine. Okay. Unity Hub I'll open right now, and then I'll show you. And then I will also share the link which guides you to install Unity and then Unity. Okay. So when you download Unity, that you can download it later, but let me explain you, give you overall picture of what is Unity. Okay. So what you see here, this is Unity Hub. When you download it, you need to make sure that you download Unity Hub. Okay. So which I already opened it. So generally it is around um, um, wait, let me open. They have made some changes in the Unity engine part. That's okay. So now I'll open Unity Hub. I will show you how do we manage projects. So now when you open Unity Hub, like right now I have 3.8. I will share the link, nothing to worry, just watch. So right now, like you have account setting, Unity Cloud, manage licenses, manage organization, account help, send feedback, many things are there. Okay. For you, you can always use a free version, which is free for everybody. When we are having 100K USD revenue, annual revenue, then only we need to buy a corporate license. Otherwise, it's okay. It's free for everybody. So right now I have a lot of projects over here. If you see, like for example, I have a science maths project, high tech education, evolve, etc. These are all called projects, okay? And these are all the install. Right now, what I'm using is Unity 2022.3 58F1. This is the version what I'm using, okay? So here, if you see LTS, which stands for long-term support, long-term support. So I used to have a 2021 3.1.14 F1 LTS earlier, but now I'm using 2022.3.58 F1. Next version is also available, but I'm using this one. And also official release, pre-releases, everything will be there. So now coming to, there is I explained you about the projects. I explained you about the importance of the versions, version control, and then learn. If you come here, there are some basic training is already available here. For example, create with code, then tanks, make a battle game, 2D beginner adventure. Some games are there already. So there is also already a community is also there, like join us in Barcelona. Some community, some programs have, they keep on conducting. So now coming to like for example, I will come and I create a um, wait. We need to, because so I have 5.97. So for example, I one more point here you need to consider is when we create any project, it generally occupies some 5-6 GB without you doing anything, because it's a vast application, and then you need to have a real nice laptop with a minimum 8 GB RAM, minimum 8 GB. I recommend you to have a 12 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM laptops, but at least have a minimum 8 GB. This my laptop is 8 GB, but I would we have placed an order for our 16 GB Dell laptop, which we will be receiving in another 3 days. So I recommend you to have a very nice advanced laptop. Otherwise, you won't be able. It is difficult, and it will not support itself. Okay. So when we are so this is the hardware part. I told you that we need to have a very nice laptop with a minimum 8, 12, or 16 GB RAM, and that's second part. The third part is 5G mobile phones. You need to have it, because when we develop APKs, we always use account. When we, like for example, Unity Hub is a different ballgame altogether. That's an engine part. But when it comes to headset part, when I showed you the Oculus Quest 3's headset, to set up the headset, account setting and all, since Oculus Quest 3's is a headset from company it was owned by a company called Oculus, okay, and Meta bought that company. So now it is Oculus Meta Oculus Quest 3S. So when you are trying to set up an account for your headset, it always asks your Facebook account. Okay, so that's the reason, and it will and you will be able to, and you need to download. So before I go there, I will stop share, and then I will show you. So and also coming to the mobile part. So when we are so this headset, not only this headset, anybody, any company manufacturing headsets, they have their own application. For example, if you see here, I request all of you to download one application in your mobile. It's called Meta Horizon. So I will show you right now. So download this app in your mobile right now. We'll set it up later, but to begin, I want you to download Meta Horizon. I will share that link, Meta Horizon, and Meta Horizon app. Play Store, go to Play Store, because we need to set up a developer account and all. So Meta Horizon, you have to use, I will share. Yeah. So now you see this Meta Horizon in my screen. That is, you need to have this installed in your mobiles. So you can take this one and then you can download it later, but download it today and then keep it ready. So if you see it already has been downloaded by 10 million plus. So that means already more than crore headsets they have
Yes.
sold all over the world. Okay, so yeah. so so I believe that everybody has made a note about this Meta Horizon application in their mobile phone. So now coming to today, let's start one basic. I will show you some basic. I will open one application what we already developed. So, but I'll show you now how to create a new projects. Okay, so you need to click new projects, and then it will say project name, and there are two like you know that it's already like there are a lot of 2D games. Whatever games we play in our mobile phone, they're all 2D games. Okay, and the games what we develop in virtual reality, they're all 3D games. Anything like when we talk about virtual reality, it's by default 3D. Okay, and like 2D game, if you are building a 2D application, you are building, you go to 2D templates and all. But in generally, we select 3D built-in render pipeline. We select, and then location of the file you give, and then you create a project. That's how we create a project. Okay, so now I'll open one application for some application. I'll open and show you as part of today's math and science. I'll open, and also I'll show you today. I will show you one more. How do we? I will show you one application. I will cast it on the screen so that everybody can see. So now let me explain about the Unity. So it will take general couple of minutes, like 1 minute, please, depending on the laptop configuration. Your speed of developing application will increase or decrease. If you have a very old laptop, it will not be. You will basically won't be able to develop at all. But if you have like my laptop is Asus, and also minimum core i5 is required. Intel i5. You make a note of this one. Minimum core i5. Like I recommend i7 and above, but minimum is 10th gen i5 laptop. So the meeting might end in another 2 minutes. I will resend the meeting link. It says that the remaining meeting time 2 minutes, and
Yes,
generally
sir.
they give 30 minutes these days Zoom.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
I will share again, and then you
Mhm.
join again. And for
Yes,
the
sir.
remaining half an hour, what I do is I will open one application in the headsets. I will use it. You could see me using it. I'll cast it on the screen so that you will see when I say an application what it means. And then I will share you with a document, an installation document which you can refer and install the application and get ready for tomorrow's session. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the application what we have built, and the same application I will show you in the headset also. So if you see on the rail on the left side, what you see, it's called hierarchy, wherein like for example, anything we create here in this hierarchy, they're all called game object. For example, I create one game object, so I could add any. I will show you more details, but today I will stick to the basic features of the features in a Unity engine. Okay. On the left side, what you see is called hierarchy, wherein all the game objects are there. On the bottom, what you see, like for example, like it's just like a Windows. Like I right click and create one folder and all. So right now we have created a lot of folders here. For example, I will show you one folder wherein we have uh, create a lot of application, lot of software. For example, appear and disappear. I want an object to appear and disappear. So this one program what we have written. Okay, it is having how many lines? Around somewhere around 89 lines code is there in this application. And coming to another application software, like I want an object to blink, like I want an object to keep on blinking. So an application, and wherein like public game object, private, public float, those details I'll explain in later. But today let's understand the structure of the Unity engine, like game object, every detail is there. And then if you see public float blink interval is 2f, like we can always change this 2f. That is when we attach that to game object, we will change the blinking parameters. And then reset position, like we have written a program wherein I pick up an object, and the moment I leave the object, I want it to go back to original position. We wrote this program because in one of the skeletal system, when students were using it, we wanted students to just pick up and then enjoy skeletal system in a like a real life